Welcome to Ask the Expert with noted radio host Steve Sleeper. Each week, Steve interviews entrepreneurs and professionals and shares their intriguing stories of success and service. Now, here's radio veteran Steve Sleeper.
Our guest today is Michael Murray, owner of U.S. Roofing in Peabody, Massachusetts. Since 1977, U.S. Roofing has served thousands of residential and commercial customers throughout New England. Satisfaction matters, so when you trust U.S. Roofing to work on your home or business, you can expect nothing less than superior craftsmanship, durable materials, and high quality. I started by asking Michael about the company.
We're a family-owned and operated roofing company based in Peabody, Massachusetts. My brother Craig, and I, we're the owner-operators. We purchased the company from my father, Will Murray, who established U.S. Roofing back in 1950.
How do I know if my roof needs replacement?
General rule of thumb is that after 15 to 20 years, your roof is nearing its end of service life. If at all possible, I recommend doing an interior assessment, which means, if you can access your attic and your sheathing is exposed in the attic, take a look. Do you see light coming in from the outside? Are there signs of water damage? Look for spots where, the roof deck might be sagging. Those are sure indicators. Next, I recommend doing an exterior assessment. I'd never recommend that homeowners walk on their roof, especially if it's got a steep slope. But, if you can set up a ladder to check it out at close range, it makes, perfect sense to do so. The main thing to look at is granular loss, loose and missing shingles, curling edges, rot, things like that, clear signs that your roof is getting near the end of its service life. The other thing is moss. A lot of people have moss in their roof, and they wonder if moss shortens the lifespan of their roof. It does, in that it has a root system. I'd recommend, just because moss makes your roof slippery, have a professional roofing contractor take a look at it. They do offer cleaning. We do as well. And have them clean it off. That way they can, access the shingles beneath it and get a better gauge as to, what your roof looks like.
Okay, so I need a new roof. What are my options?
Well, there's a lot of different options out there. The most common would be asphalt shingles. It's most common probably because it's the least expensive. It requires, minimal skill to install. Essentially, it's just a fiberglass mat that's been impregnated with asphalt with a sand-like granule coat. For the most part, there's two types of asphalt shingles that are out there common. The basics, the 3-tab variety, that's, the tried and true, have been around, time immemorial. Then there's the laminated product, which is we call architectural shingles. That's probably the most popular being installed today. After that, you have your wood shakes. They were the main choice for centuries, in terms of, roofing. It's still a good option. It lasts about as long as an architectural shingle does, which is, 15, 25 years before it needs maintenance. But it does, on average, cost about twice as much. So therefore, it's not as popular. After that, there's metal roofs. They're made in aluminum, steel, copper. They're durable, but they can be expensive. The newer metal roofs, they're formed to look like shingles, and we're seeing that quite a bit. They last about twice as long, but again, the cost is about twice as much as well. After that, you get into your heavier weight materials like tile. You get your Spanish colonial. It's like that half barrel style that we see a lot on like ranches down south in Florida, things like that. They're very expensive, but also very durable. They stand up to wind very well, but they do tend to be heavy. Slate, we see that a lot on steep slope, especially up here in the Northeast where we're from. Slate is probably the most durable of all. They'll last up to 100 years. They've been around for, as long as the country's been around. A lot of times they're quarried out of, like, say, Vermont, Pennsylvania as well. Some other states, Ohio, you can get slate from. They're often recycled for reinstallation, but again, like similar to tile, is they can be very expensive and heavy as well. So again, probably the most popular you're going to see is the asphalt.
What's the average cost for an asphalt roof?
It varies. It depends on the size and the difficulty of the project a lot of times. I mean, a typical asphalt shingle roof, like a tear-off and installation, up in the Northeast here, runs anywhere from $4 to $6 a square foot at present.
Let's say I don't need a new roof, or at least I don't think I need a new roof, but I got a leak. Can it just be patched, or do I got to replace the whole roof? What do I do?
Well, not always. A leak doesn't always mean that you need a new roof. I mean, sometimes a leak is caused by something really simple like a missing shingle, or a poorly flash penetration, such as like a skylight or a vent pipe. Things like that. They're quick fixes. If done correctly, it will last for the life of your roof if done right. But a leak doesn't always mean you need a new roof. It's an indicator that your roof is failing, but not always. There's always an exception to a rule.
Okay, so you just put in a new roof for me. What if I have any problems or issues?
First things first is contact your roofing contractor, whether it be myself or otherwise. But any reliable contractor, such as ourselves in any trade, they'll stand by their work and hopefully make it right at no cost to you, especially if it's a new roof. And if you're unsatisfied with, my response or another roofing contractor's response, and you do have a roof warranty from the manufacturer, you can always contact the manufacturer directly. Once you get them, you explain your problem. More often than not, they'll have a number of qualified installers in your area that can take care of the problem.
Can I do the work myself?
I don't recommend it, but you can. It depends on how handy you are. Repair work, it's dirty, it's difficult, it's not impossible. But you do need to respect height and gravity, more than knowing your way around a claw hammer. I mean, my feelings are that your safety is worth more than the few $100s it may cost to get fixed up. So leaving it to an experienced professional that'll warrant the work is always recommended before doing it yourself, especially if heights are not your forte.
Our thanks to Michael Murray at U.S. Roofing in Peabody, Massachusetts. Call them at 978-532-6300.
Thanks for listening to Ask the Expert with Steve Sleeper. Join us next time as entrepreneurs and professionals share their intriguing stories of success and service.